my name's Carla. This is my husband, Tim, and we have been members at Hope Bible Church for the last 16 years. 3 years ago, I joined the Hope staff in the children's ministry, and it was just a super opportunity to serve the church in that capacity.
In 2014, I left the business world and answered the call to come and work at our church as the director of missions and compassion ministries. And it was the joy of my life, really, to work in that role for the last 5 or 6 years.
It was a joy to serve in the children's ministry. But oftentimes, I would be looking over the fence to see what Tim was doing in missions, because I was always so excited to see his partnerships and the relationships he was building. So I kind of had a foot in the mission side and a foot in the children's ministry side as well.
The more we saw what was going on around the world, the more our heart was just beating for those who are serving internationally and for the pastors that are planting churches in very difficult contexts. And so we really started to seek the Lord as to, okay, Lord, is there something else that you're calling us to? And so we took some time to fast and pray. We made the decision to move towards caring for missionaries and caring for church planters abroad. Reaching and Teaching serves local churches by helping them send missionaries out to all over the world to really accomplish 3 core tasks: making mature disciples, establishing healthy churches, and training local leaders. You may remember Ryan and Aaron Robertson. Ryan was on staff with us. Him and his wife moved to Kentucky in order to be part of Reaching and Teaching. And since then, Ryan has become the president of Reaching and Teaching. And so we have not only a connection with our church and with friends who are already working there, but more importantly, we have a theological and a missiological connection with Reaching and Teaching.
Tim and I have the opportunity to care for missionaries who are in Asia right now. We'll be staying in Canada with our family, but we will be traveling frequently to Asia so that we can meet face-to-face with our missionaries. So our heart's desire is to see missionaries sustained and resilient and well cared for as they serve in difficult regions across the world.
In addition to that, we have a real heart to make sure that the sending churches in North America that are associated with Reaching and Teaching are being equipped and have the resources that they need in order to care well for their missionaries that they're sending out. And so part of my role is to actually help with some best practices and some really good thoughts and ideas and resources for the church here in North America to do a good job collectively as we send our missionaries abroad. The care of missionaries serving on the field has always been a concern for sending agencies, but particularly in a post-COVID world, in a post-global pandemic world. Let me just give you an example. One of our missionary units that was serving in a closed country for 10 years, helping to serve the church there, learn the language, their kids are going to school there, had to leave during COVID. And as they left and went back home to North America, could not get their visas back into that country. Imagine if you went on a trip outside of Canada, and then while you're outside of Canada, you're told you can't come back in. So everything that you've done to build in your house and your family and the neighborhoods that you live in is all done in that moment. So it's just a small example of some of the things that our missionaries are going through right now. Prayer is the fuel for mission. And we've got to get to know a lot of families all at once right now. So that feels a little bit overwhelming. So we just love prayer for discernment and for wisdom as we spend time building relationships with these dear and precious missionaries. A second way you can pray for us is just for the remaining amount of our funding to come in. Both Carl and I raise funding for our salaries and for our ministry budget and also for our travel budget. And by the grace of God, we're 80% funded at this point, which is amazing. We're so thankful for our church and church partners who have been so generous to us. We still have 20% to go. And so if you can pray for that, we would love a few more families to come alongside and partner with us financially. Yeah, so in addition to partnering with us by praying for us or by supporting us financially, we would love you to come serve with us. We're looking for qualified Bible teachers that are willing to take a week off and go serve abroad and teach abroad with us. If that's you, we would love to hear from you. And hear me, we are so thankful for our church family. I mean, to be part of this church for the last 16 years, to see our church really engage globally and locally on mission. And our experience has been no exception. We're just so thankful for the families that have come alongside us, that have prayed with us, that have supported us. We just want you to know how much we love you.